Hello, my name is Professor Austin, and I am the course lead for the M250 course. I wanted to create a quick tutorial for you guys regarding the new revised M250 course because there has been some changes, and I know that some of you guys have been teaching the 11-week course for quite some time, so I just want to kind of bring you up to speed. I'm pretty sure that by now you guys have gone through the course and, kind of saw the changes and things like that, but I do want to bring to your attention some of the vital points of this course, specifically the CCA exam application process. So you will see that it's listed in Module 2. And what's so great about this is now that, we are making students aware of the opportunity for sitting for this exam and that the college would pay for this. I'm not sure if you guys realize, but you do have two sets of students in this course. You have your MBCC students, your medical billing, coding, and certificate students, and you have the HIT students that are sitting for the RHIT exam. So please note that this assignment, as you see here, the CCA submission, this is actually an assignment and it's points driven. So we are not, the students are not like required to sit for the exams. However, we want to, make them aware that they do have this opportunity. So with this assignment is that, of course, the MBCC students will fill out the application and submit it back to you in the course for points. The RHIT students or the HIT students, we know that they're not going to sit for the CCA exam. So their portion is just to email you guys as an assignment a Word document stating that, hey, I'm an HIT student and I will be sitting for the RHIT exam in the very near future. This is a way for them to gain their points as well. So if you can just make a quick reminder to the students, whether they want to sit for the exam or not, still submit a Word document saying that, hey, we're not going to sit for the exam, or yes, I'm going to, and here's my application. Because again, this assignment is points driven. Another important thing here is that you probably would get tons of questions regarding how to fill it out and things like that. But the great thing is we've created a PDF file. It's like a quick FAQ for the students. So here you can see it goes over the exam application process. It pretty much answers the questions that you typically may get from a student. Here they can click on this link to download the application. And I would just, kind of advise for you to make the students go back to read this document, because some of them, they just go in and just print out the application and then submit it. And, they have all these questions. So again, here they can read this. Most of the questions has been answered for the students. But of course, if it's not listed here, by all means, help them out with the process. So they can refer to this when filling out the application. And the responsibility for the instructor, for you, is that once completing this video, I will be sending you guys a list of program coordinators, of HIT program coordinators. So you will be able to send an email to the entire group to let them know, like, I have these applications and here are your students and these are the campuses that they belong to. So that's the responsibility of the instructor of this course. So the way that I did it for this past 2 terms is that I asked the students to first, because it's not listed in our directions. So you want to make sure that, and I had to learn this the hard way. So when the students are submitting their CCA applications, make sure that they identify what campus home they belong to. It could be Romeoville, it could be Mokina, it could be Land of Old Lakes, whatever. So have the students to list the home that they belong to, the course home, the campus home that they belong to, in addition to submitting their CCA application. It just makes it easier on you for when you guys email the applications out to the group. You will have a list of students, and by their names, you put down the campus home that they belong to. Okay? So again, after the applications have been submitted, you as the course instructor, you will send out a list of students that submitted their applications to the list of HIT program coordinators. And within that list, of course, you will, in the email, you will attach the applications, because after you've gathered all your applications, we do nothing else to them except for email them out to the group. So you're going to have your applications, you're going to have the list of students who actually submitted their applications on that email, and by their name, you're going to put down the campus home that they belong to. And from that point, the PCs will take care of it from there. Okay, so that's the responsibility, of the instructor with those applications. So I want to make sure that we were clear on that. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can explain it furthermore so that we're all on the same page. Okay, so that is one of the biggest changes in the course. In the prior course, we did not really make this like a point driven thing. It was slightly mentioned, but now we want to really make sure that we're capturing all the students, the MBC students that are eligible to sit for the exam. We want to make sure that they are aware of this opportunity and that those applications are getting processed in a timely manner. Okay. Something else that's different for the course is that modules 2, 3, and 4 are all multiple choice type of assignments. Students are still going to code their medical records, but they're multiple choice type of assignments, and the grading is automatically graded too for this course. For those 3 modules. So the students are required to again fill out those, answer those medical records. They have a couple of questions. Typically, they are like two to three questions per chart, and it goes over the coding. And you may see something like general, things that they need to know about the medical record. What reports, or what is the operative report, or things like that. Just as to help refresh in their memory about the medical records, and what reports are important and things like that. So you will see that. So again, modules 2, 3, and 4 are all multiple choice, and they are automatically graded. I do suggest for you guys to go back into those quizzes and make sure that we are providing proper feedback to the students, um, because they do depend on that. So of course, if you get it right, then they're fine. But if something was marked wrong, they want to know why and how can we correct that, for the very near future. So make sure that we are providing feedback for those answers. I believe in the previous course, we used to email out the answer keys no matter what happened, but we're not doing that in this course. We are going back to provide feedback for those incorrect answers, and proper feedback has been given to you guys too. And if you feel like you need to tweak anything, by all means do so. And just make sure, the only thing that I would request is that any suggestions that you may have, or something that you may want to tweak, please email it out to the rest of the group so that we can all be on the same page. And so that if there are any changes that need to be made, I can submit that as a ticket so that changes can be made for the next quarter. So that's something else that's different from the 11-week course. I would say modules 5 and 6 are going to be like your short answer type of assignments. I think that's probably what we all are used to. Students are physically going in, they're answering questions, or they're coding a medical record, I should say. As you can see here for module 5, we have 4 coding records that we need to code, that the students need to code. So they're going to go in, they're going to fill out this coding worksheet, they're going to submit it, and we will go in and grade it. So these last 2 modules, the assignments are not automatically graded. We have to go in and grade them, and of course provide a proper feedback as well. So it's a little bit of a change, and it gives the students a little bit of a wiggle room to, test your knowledge in coding, as opposed to like having that multiple choice, and you're actually kind of seeing your options for answers. So now we're testing them on, let's see what how comfortable are you coding, and then it also gives the instructor opportunity for flexibility. So just keep that in mind too. So now in modules 5 and 6, we are, and I think 4 too, we are giving that option for flexibility within our grading and things like that. Multiple choice, those first couple of modules, things are automatically graded. There's no flexibility. And now we're going to lighten it up a little bit for the students and instructors to provide, flexibility in grading and to also test the students' knowledge on how comfortable they are with coding the medical records. For Module 6, we do have a medical coding assessment. It is comprehensive. This was pulled straight from the other course, and this is automatically graded as well. So this is something that they have to complete in Module 6 for their final grade. As a heads up, I will say, and I'm not sure if this is a Blackboard thing. However, I've gotten a couple of emails from students when they're completing their assessment. I'm thinking on their end, it's not showing that things have been completed or that they even have submitted the assignment. So I've gotten a couple of frantic emails from the students, stating that, hey, I completed my assessment, but it doesn't show anything. I don't see any grades. So, that and the third. However, I just want you to reassure them that, it has been submitted. I see it on my end. I'm not sure why there's some type of glitch, or again, it may just be a Blackboard thing, but just reassure them prior to completing the assessment that, hey, once the assessment has been completed, you may see that it doesn't show you anything, or it may appear that, you didn't complete it, or that it's submitted for that factor. Let them know that this is common and that, on your end, you're able to see that things have been submitted properly. So we don't want a lot of frantic students, emailing you guys stating the same thing when you know that it has been submitted on your end. And I would just say double check too, just to be sure, But 9 times out of 10, it has been submitted. It just doesn't appear that way on the student's end. Um, Also, with the new 5.5 week courses, the new development, um, the way that they have been designed is that Module 1 and Module 6 have been designed to be kind of light for the instructor and light for the student. We know specifically with Module 1, a lot of things occur. We have students that are enrolling late to the course, maybe like on a Wednesday or a Thursday. We know that students, sometimes they're missing their book materials, and it's just all so many problems in Module 1, or week 1. So it has been created that, it's kind of light. If the students are enrolling late into the course, they're still able to kind of jump in, do whatever it is that they need to do, and be on the same, track as the other students. So for Module 1, there's really not that much going on. You do have a discussion posting, as you can see here, and it may go over, oh yeah, and you have your live classroom, so that's something else too. So those are the only two things that are due for Module 1, and again, it just makes it easier for the instructor and for the student, because we know that we have had various situations during week 1. And then for Module 6, of course, it's kind of light as well. There's your assessment, and you have a coding assignment as well. But we're trying to, make the modules kind of easier at the beginning and at the end. Another thing I want to quickly point out is that there's only one discussion posting for this course. The way that the 5.5 week courses are going, at least for the HIT courses, we are moving away from having weekly discussion postings. Okay, so before, of course, we had a discussion posting every week. Now we are moving away from that and just replacing with, more material. We're focusing more on the career, of the profession and things like that. We want to, make students aware of their choices or their options after completing a program. So we want to, make sure that we are encompassing everything in these courses. I believe that's everything that's covered. Oh, and one more, and one more important thing, we are required to do live lectures. Okay, so before in that course, there were no live lectures. But in this one, we do have to perform weekly live lectures, and there's no live lecture for Module 6, so please keep that in mind. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for all that you do for our students.